You're sitting in a cafe. A cup clinks. Someone laughs. A song plays on the radio. And suddenly, you know you've lived this before. Deja vu. But here's the paradox. If you've already experienced this moment, then where does your free will come in? Welcome back to the Simulation Frequency. Today, we're diving into deja vu, free will, and the neurochemicals that secretly push us into action. Because what feels like a choice might actually be a reaction, and what feels like a glitch might be proof that multiple realities are brushing against each other. In neuroscience labs, deja vu is linked to the hippocampus and temporal lobe, the memory centers of the brain. Think of them as the hard drive of your avatar. When they misfire, your brain accidentally tags the present moment as already processed. That's why the now feels like a memory. But in the simulation, it's bigger than a brain glitch. Deja vu is a render overlap. Two branches of the code collide, and for a flash, you're aware that you're walking two paths at once. Now, here's the real kicker. Neuroscience has shown before you consciously decide to act, like moving your finger, the motor cortex in your brain lights up milliseconds earlier. So this translation, your body acts before you think you've chosen. So are you actually free? Or are you just watching the simulation play out? This is where the paradox of free will begins. Maybe you don't create choices. Maybe you tune into the timeline you're already on. Let's break down the neurochemicals, the hidden buttons of the simulation. How about dopamine, the press play molecule? It makes you chase novelty and take action, as if the simulation rewards forward motion. Serotonin is your mood regulator. When it's low, reality feels like a closed loop, deterministic. When it's high, timelines feel wide open. Noradrenaline is the crisis switch. It forces your body to move whether you want to or not. And acetylcholine is the memories recorder. And when it double records, that's when deja vu leaks into your awareness. These chemicals push the avatar forward. But you, the awareness behind the avatar, still get to decide how to interpret, how to steer meaning. Imagine standing on a street corner. You know the red car will turn before the light changes. Deja vu. The dopamine in your brain is already firing, urging you to step forward. Your motor cortex has already started the motion milliseconds before you think, I'll cross. But here's the twist. If you see the deja vu as proof you're trapped, you step forward blindly. If you see it as a timeline echo, you pause. And in that pause, the simulation reshuffles. A truck flies through the intersection and you realize free will was never about the action. It was about the awareness of meaning in the moment. So let's bring it all together. Deja vu is the echo of overlapping timelines. Neurochemicals are the levelers that move your avatar through those timelines. Free will isn't the creation of new actions, but the ability to choose meaning, to tune your awareness to the branch of reality you want to amplify. You're the consciousness that reads the deja vu, that interprets the neurochemical pushes, and that decides what story this timeline becomes. So how do we use this in the simulation? Next time you feel deja vu, don't dismiss it. Treat it as a signal. You are brushing against parallel realities. Pause. Ask yourself, what timeline do I want to amplify here? What meaning will I give this moment? And when your neurochemicals pull you, dopamine chasing, serotonin shifting, adrenaline pushing, remember, they move the avatar, but you decide what direction the story takes. At the end of the day, life in the simulation is a dance between glitch and choice. Deja vu doesn't mean you're stuck. It means you're aware enough to notice the seams of reality. Free will doesn't mean controlling every chemical or every action. It means holding the steering wheel of meaning And that's what shapes the next frame of the simulation. So next time deja vu hits, don't panic, smile, because you just caught the simulation in the act. So if this opened your perspective, drop me a comment about your wildest deja vu moment. And remember, the simulation is always rendering, but you are the one writing the meaning. So I know you guys are all going to continue to manifest magic and resonate on your highest frequency. Bye, guys.